Hey guys, these are some tips and tricks on how to make your own homemade trombone. Alright, so here we have laid out everything that you may or may not need for this homemade trombone. So here we have two kinds of pipes. I got two of each. In case, well, I'm going to need them. But you're going to have to make sure you have small and big ones that fit inside each other so you can slide them for the slide on the trombone. You're going to need any sort of funnel that you can attach. You have a 90 degree connector here, some T connectors, and some nipples, and some mouthpieces, and some tape. Alright, so here we have our fully assembled trombone. No kind of special trombone with a click here to adjust the tuning slide, but right now we're just going to disassemble it so we can see how everything works. So let's get in. Alright, so here we have our disassembled trombone. Oops, I forgot to, let's get that off. Alright, so the first piece we have here, we've got the bell, we've got connectors and so it doesn't bend, we've got the tuning slide, and then the part that connects to this part right here, and then this is the main two like shafts, the one that you slide the slide down, and then here attaches to the mouthpiece, so you just pop it in there. So we're going to build our trombone piece by piece by comparing the stuff on the original trombone to our parts. So what we're going to do first is the mouthpiece. So here we have the normal mouthpiece on a normal trombone. Alright? Here we have our mouthpiece. Alright, that's it for the mouthpiece. Work well done. Alright, next we move on to the slide. Alright, so here we have our pretty bad condition trombone slide. So since the trombone slide, this part, the slide, goes over top of the two pieces here, the two straight pieces, we decided to use thicker pipe as over top of smaller pipe so it can slide. And here's our thicker pipe. Now we're only using the thick pipe, like the pipes, as the straight parts. For the turns, we're going to use our connectors, 90-degree connectors, our nipples, and our T connectors. Alright. Now I'm going to go and build it, and you guys are going to see it. Okay, so here's our tool. This is the tool we're going to be using to cutting the pipe. Take caution while using any tool you're using. This is the one we're using. It's just a press down and then it's a sharp blade. So to get the pipe around the right size of the actual trombone, we're going to use our actual trombone slide to measure how far we're going to cut the pipe. So let's go ahead and slide the pipe in there and then keep it there as a measuring spot, and right about here, and we just go ahead and just cut it up, and then there we have about the right size piece on the trombone slide. So then we have to measure this one to be about the same length, so then we have to cut through here and just cut it right down. Alright, so I already did the first cut. Sorry, there was a technical difficulty. We couldn't film it. So we're going to do the second cut using the first one as a template to cut the second one, just to get it to size. So I just got to make sure it's perfect around there. So we're just going to slide it in and then make sure it's the same size. And then make sure the blade is lined up the other one, and then we just press down, and presto alla gesto, pasta linguine, chef boyardini. Alright, so to connect these two pipes, we're going to need two 90-degree joints and a nipple. So we're going to go ahead and grab 1, 2, whoops, 1, 2, and that one. So before we slide these in, we have to connect them both, otherwise it'll just be the bad thing. It'll just all mess up. And yeah, so go ahead and do that. Alright. Then we're going to take our first pipe and we're going to put it in as best as we can. Whoa. That was bad. That was really bad. You gotta make sure your pipes don't bend, like mine did. Then we're gonna get the second one, slide that in. And then we have a bit of our slide done. Alright, so now that we've gotten this part done, we need the handle part, like this, so we can actually move the slide down. So, to make the handle, we couldn't use small ones like these to go on the inside because it would interfere with the one that goes on this one, because this one also has to have a handle so you can hold it. So we got ones that go over top of it. So we're going to put these over top of it and make them stay on with some tape. And here we have an even bigger nipple to connect those two with. So let's just do it. So we're going to get that. Going to get our tape. We're going to open our tape. Alright, let's get that. Alright, so before we put our tape on it to stick it on, we just gotta attach these two together like we did with that one. We have to make it first and then put it onto the big pipe. So we're just gonna attach this here. Get it as tight as possible because it's gonna be hard. Get the other one on. Alright, for this next part, a hint is that you can use Teflon tape to get your things attached together, because this one we have to have super duper tight and it's really hard for us to do. So yeah. Alright, so now we've taped it all up and we're just going to go ahead and attach it to our T-joints. So I'll just slide that on there. Works like magic. On there, and then we get this one, and this one. Oopsies, I put that on wrong. Ooh. Alright. Alright, now we have to just do this and get it as tight as we can without it going crazy, which we've already done. So I think I've gotten it as tight as we can. So from the look of this, let's see. Yeah, we're just going to have to loosen this up a little bit. So we just, that is ear rape. And let's see, I think that's good. And we just slide it in. Just got to adjust that just a little bit. Alright. On. And now we've got it slid on up and down. So now we've just got to tape it on, and we're going to cut right here and get the tape in the seam. Alright, so see how it's taped now? We might do another layer around here. I'm not sure, I'm debating on that, but I think for now this is a pretty darn well done homemade slide. Alright, so we're going to put away our slide, so let's just toss that there. And for this next part, we're going to be cutting this tube. So for this, I'm going to need to put these together. And then once we cut that, I need to measure this tube up to here. So around there, and we're going to cut it right here. So we're just going to cut, and I'm going to get my tool, and we're just going to cut it. Alright, so we've cut this tube to about this size of the entire thing, and we split it here so we can put a T connector in between, so it can be the handle there and to connect to the other one. And we have to cut this other black pipe to exactly the exact same length as this one. So you know what, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and cut that. So we've got two about the exact same size. Now I'm going to put it all together, and you're going to see what it looks like after this. We forgot to tell you, we have to cut a piece to hold the mouthpiece and the T connector together. So we're going to measure that up right here. Satisfying cut. Put that piece in there like that. That piece in there like that. And there we have it. Now here we have completed the part with the mouthpieces, the place where the slide goes on, just like this here, and the part that goes, and then the part, there's going to be a part here that goes around to the bell. And let's just go and slide the slide on. See how it works. I'm going to do one and then two. And it goes on there. We still haven't applied lubricant, but we will. And it's working. It's working alright. And it's working good. Alright, so now what we have to do is build the part that goes around here to the bell. So what we're going to do is go from thin pipe to thick pipe. So we have two 90s here, but one designed to fit in a thick pipe and one designed to fit in thin pipe. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a nipple and put it in the wrong way. But we're just going to put it on and then attach these two together like so. And then get it as tight as we can. To the point. One more. I guess another one. Alright. Now we've got this. We've got to put this like that. So that goes in there like that. And then we cut big pipe to the length of this. So around here. So let's get the cutters. And just slide them, oops, that's upside down, slide them. Alright, so we have to cut the camera for a quick break. We're back, and we're just going to cut this to a good size. Like that. Ooh. Alright, and that's pretty good for size. And then we slide that on to this. Have, honestly, what I think as best as we could do for thing. And then we have to put the bell right here, like that. And when I come back, we're just gonna tape. It's gonna be all taped on, and everything should be good to go. All right, so here's one rough draft of the instrument. Our tape wasn't the right kind of tape, so we're gonna finish this tomorrow with some better tape, and so I'm just gonna play one note just to let you hear what it sounds like and just have a sort of idea. Well, we just broke the bell. Alright, so this is day 2 of our project. Here we have our somewhat completed trombone. So we had a couple of problems, 2 to be exact. The tape we bought wasn't good, so we had to retape it all, which is plain old electrical tape, and that affected the sound a bit. But and then in the middle here, this T-junction, we had to put some foam in it so the air wouldn't pass through, so it wouldn't mess up, because we need to actually slide. It wouldn't go to the slide if it was just passing through here and going up. So here's a couple notes. Here's just one note. I can't play it too well. We still have to apply lubricant, so that's good.